The Blue Bay LPGA, part of the race to the CME Globe. The stage is set, the stakes are real, the world is watching. Welcome to the Blue Bay LPGA. We're on Hainan Island, which is the southernmost point of China, and it's day 2 of the Blue Bay LPGA. Well, the weather today. Look at that lovely view, the beautiful property that frames several of their fairways. Kate Burton in the commentary box alongside me, Trish Johnson and Ali Whittaker, and out on the golf course is Tim Lowe strolling the fairways.
Yeah, very good morning to you, Kate, and the lovely ladies in the box. We shouldn't be atmospherically aggrieved this afternoon. It's going to be pretty much same conditions as yesterday. Breeze going to be coming out of the northeast, but that big bad wolf might take a little shimmy. Expect that to quarter a little and come out of the east as the day goes on. Wind gust maybe up to about 25 miles an hour.
Well, the big bad wolf will be paying close attention to that, and Tim will be busy following our feature groups. Good players that we're going to be feasting our eyes on this afternoon. And they were following this player, Ronnie Yin, who has started to find some good form. She opened up with a birdie. That was at the first hole, and then this happened at the 7th. Short par 3. Boom! Much to the delight of the fans. She loved it, so did they. An ace for Ronnie Yin, and that catapulted her up to 6 under par within 3 of the lead. And Ronnie making an impression early. And for Ronnie, it's the first hole-in-one on the LPGA Tour for Ronnie.
Oh, don't leave her hanging.
So a fabulous start from arguably the most popular player in the field this week. And a smiling Ronnie Yin there. Oh. And there she is, singling out a particular fan and a young girl. Oh, no, a slightly older lady who passed it on, we believe, to a young fan. All right, let's get now to the second hole and join Yumin Huang. Now mimirhodes. Struggled yesterday. Mimi on the golf course, limping home in 75, so hoping for better today. A rookie this year on the LPGA Tour. But
this is awkward because she's got a huge tier for Takeda to traverse up the slope. This is brilliant from down where she was. You could give her a small bucket from back there, she wouldn't get inside that.
Now to the ever-present Ayaka Footaway, one of the most consistent players on tour. Very rhythmical swing, but well, was she happy with that?
I think that would be a no. That's quite a long way back. Not the longest hitter on tour, but very accurate and normally hits the fairway. That'll be a tricky second shot off of that slope.
Yes, and that small reaction is the equivalent of a meltdown for Ayaka Footaway. Back to Bailey Tardy for birdie.
You mean she's had a head off?
Yes.
Back to the first hole. And this is Rushin for birdie. Just slid by. Got a dad on the bag.
Ooh, look at this for Footaway. At least she has the luxury in theory, although this is leaking right, isn't it? Maybe from that reaction, trying to chase it up and over.
Do you know what?
This is going to turn out just fine.
She does that quite a lot, you know. The one-handed off and you think, oh, that's a shocker, and it ends up...
Slope that bisects the front and back halves. They're at 2 back to the par putt for Takeda.
Yeah, that's a special up and down, that is. It really is. That's a great start. For yesterday's leader, Huang. Long way down. Just a little flick in. Can pretty much go straight at it. Just the right-hand side would be handy. And needs to sit down. Just got that release out of the rough.
Down into the little back collection area she will go. Right, so let's get you up to speed because there have been a lot of moves early doors on the leaderboard, including a couple from Ronnie Yin. We know she's had an ace, but she's had a look at birdie here at 3 as well. The tee's been moved up on the par 5, so that's scoreable today.
Yeah, this was the birdie putt of Yuliu. Nice approach shot on the first hole. 15-footer down the hill and hold at perfect speed.
It's been a good morning so far for Mooney Hurt. This is down the par 5, just short of it in 2. And good enough for an up and down birdie. So that was her third of the day. At that stage, picked up another. Is 2 under on the round.
Oh, the 5th hole, Hedge and Choi, hold absolutely diddly squat yesterday, but finally, yeah, 4th hole, birdie.
How about Alim Kim here at 7? Little birdie, great leave, touch left to right. She got it all right.
The 3rd hole, Alexandra Pano. This was her birdie putt from below the hole. Again, perfect speed, lovely birdie.
Yes, that par 5 a bit of a gift because there's a couple of pin positions out there that will be really testing. But this is the shot of the day, might very well be the shot of the week come Sunday evening as well from Roning Yin at 7. Nothing but net. Dead centre and a great celebration all round.
Playing to the crowd. Back to the 3rd. This was an eagle opportunity for Yuliu. Down the hill, as quick a putt as you're going to get on these greens. Just slid by, but that will be a tap-in birdie.
Seen Aylin Kim pop up a couple of times. It's for very good reason. She's blemish-free, and this is one of the 5 birdies she's made out there today. So a huge move. 5 under is a brilliant score out there in the conditions. Wind's meant to get a little stronger. All right, back to the first. Yumin Huang, just short of the green. Surely not. Oh,
seriously.
What a start from one of our 3 overnight leaders, Yumin Huang. So that's how it all happened. We've just seen her hit her second shot over the back at the 2nd. And here she is trying to make it up and down.
Just trying to slide the club underneath. Didn't quite get that right.
Didn't take advantage. Has had an ace. Has had a birdie as well since then. We go back to the birdie putt for foot away.
Normal service resumed. Fayaka foot away.
We are back on track.
Exactly.
So are 2 third-place finishes around this golf course as well, which is surprising. She's got a lower ball flight.
Yeah.
You would have thought it might go against her a touch. But good golf plays everywhere. This for par to finish off the day for Roning Yin. Like we say, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. Round of 71 is what she'll sign for. Add that to the 68 yesterday. It still puts her in the top 7 at the moment. Certainly what the sponsors and the tournament organisers would have loved. So they're rubbing their hands together somewhere. Back to Huang, trying to save her par. It's going to be a shot gone for her as well. And that is her first bogey of the week. Was flawless out there yesterday, that round of 66. So the birdie at 1, she gives back there at the 2nd. But she's got another chance coming next at least. And year by year, the purse increases up to $2.6 million as well as we get down to our defending champion in Takeda. Well, she might be at the Solheim Cup. Lindy Duncan's on the outskirts of perhaps getting her first Team USA jersey on. Here she is, short of one. A couple of tee moves, keep you on your toes, like this golf course has a tendency to do as we go to Bailey Tardy from up high on the hill at 2.
Yeah, just looking to mosey this one onto the far side of that slope. Bit of a double breaker. Should want to move left early, but as it skates down towards the cup, it should try to move back the other way.
Well, that was swift, wasn't it?
2 clubs plus early doors today, and it was meant to strengthen throughout the day. We'll keep our eyes on it. Go back to Zhang for par. A little trouble off the tee, we hear, so that's going to cost her one early doors.
Yeah, not the start she was after a cracker of a round yesterday.
Lies okay for Takeda, just went straight under it. She's looked a little frazzled early doors. Again, pretty elementary chip shot. Carry it just past the fringe, let it trickle along.
All right, back to the first. Nice shot to here for Austin Kim. Chance for a 3.
Big long grip, you notice. She doesn't really use much of it, which is interesting, but very upright.
Needs this one for a settler. Like I mentioned earlier, just hasn't looked sharp. That one never really had a prayer for Rio.
And that'll take her back to level par.
Sections of these greens, you know, you can be aggressive, take a little break out.
She played the golf course 100 times before. There's everywhere she wanted to be. Now for par for Leo.
Yeah, I don't think she needs to shot this outside the hole. Just got to trust it. Square up that club face at impact.
And Tim, you hit the nail on the head there. Just a little bit. I think she might have read that just right edge. Club face just a little bit open.
Who's had 6 birdies so far. She's 4 under. Just 2 off the lead, albeit just after a drop shot down the 6th.
Oh, I tell you what, that's pitched. Oh, that is unlucky. Goodness gracious. Honestly, off a downslope.
Well, Austin Kim electing to go for this birdie putt from off the green.
Decent choice.
They're very smooth, the surrounds. She's one cool customer. Austin was born in New York, now lives in Florida.
Right, this is one of our 3 overnight leaders. Mary Leo here at 2. She find that back section. She can. Can she hold it though? Not this time.
Julio, all of 40 yards. Very dependent on a lie in the bunker. Oh, this looks good. Sit down. Excellent shot, really.
Styles, I guess.
Flying around the golf course and on the back 9 is the leader, Mi Hyang Lee. And this for another birdie now for the South Korean. It's been a blemish-free scorecard. She was out in 32. That was always going to be a difficult putt. But composing a very good score to add to the 67 from yesterday.
To a final hole of the day, the 9th.
This would be for an exceptionally good two-putt from up the top of that hill for Lee. Nothing in it, really. Straight and firm. Yeah, beauty.
Blemish-free. There are only 4 bogey-free rounds in the entirety of Thursday. Pin position yesterday and today. They're at 5 as we take a look at some of the past champions here. Bailey Tardy set the scoring record with a -19, a 66, 65. Final 2 rounds around this golf course. But you can see how quickly the complexion can change. You know, say young Cam when the wind gets up, -2 in the 2015 edition. This is to sign, seal and deliver a round of 66 today. Brilliant work.
Yeah, local crowd will be loving that, won't they?
Let's check in down the last. Her last, Mi-Hyung Lee with our co-leader. Can she find a birdie at the par 5? Go one ahead. The flag's way over on the left-hand side today.
Got a bit of action on that. Okay. Remember rightly, she's one player that moved her head straight away from it, but she was an absolute superstar of Japanese golf.
Well, as for a superstar finish for Mi-Hyung Lee for a final birdie. Pause it in. That is a blemish-free round of 66 to lead by 1. So she's level par after making birdie at 3 as well, but that does put her at 3 over par and in the danger zone on the leaderboard. But this is the page of the leaderboard you want to be on. It's been a lively one for Zhang to Rhodes. A lot of makeable chips around the 8th. But that was it's cut so fine, the fringes here, so they are okay to putt on.
Well, we talked about what a great short game Aka Footaway has. This is for birdie. An important putt because the first putt wasn't very good from off the green. Decided to go with the flat stick and, well, we'll have another chance there, but that is irritating for Huang.
That's more like it. That's what we like to see. That's a beauty. Yeah, beautiful.
Off her driver. I bet you that breeze is certainly stiffening, and this is going in for the American. An eagle.
Yeah, just a little bit right to left. Can hit it firm, right centre. Oh, she just has done. Oh, what a shame.
Now operating from the light rough on the 9th. Human, the rookie, only played 4 events on the LPGA Tour last year and won one of them, the Lotte. Oh, clever play. That's only a good thing. Oh, come on, Ration. It's got to go in on 8 to get back to even. Such a lazy swing, isn't it, from Footaway? So different. It's fascinating to see how all these different players swing the golf club.
Mirrors life, I think.
Keep going for Footaway.
Now 121 for Racing Liu with the ball above her feet and the breeze into her face. Was at least a club and a half out there. Thing playing into this crosswind.
Yeah, that's a big shock for her. Now, Austin Kim. Big hitting Austin Kim. Second shot into this hole with an iron. And if that comes round, come on.
Sounds like a lot to me.
Just the word bench press got me. I love the fact you make that many birdies, confidence is flowing, and it's not just the way she looks. That is just a really good putting stroke. Look, watch that left wrist. Doesn't break down at all. Just stays firm as can be, and yeah, there you go.
I like the cut of her jib. I like the way she plays golf. This player's made a few birdies. Rio Takeda. Beautiful properties in the background, but Wei Wei Jiang will now be focusing on making a birdie here at the 8th. Oh.
Yeah, I've been watching her on she started on the LET as well as China since she was about...
Remains at even par.
Came 10th at the HSBC Women's World Championship.
Tossing this high up in the air, hoping to get some check, and that's not going to happen.
We're at 11, back to 8. Wei Wei Jiang.
That's weekend work.
Second here at 9. Flag over on the right. Love this golf swing, always have. Lindy Duncan here at 9. Beautiful setup. Works now with Sean Foley. Been a great pair. He's been such a tremendous supporter of her.
A player who's making her ascent very easily up the leaderboard is the American Austin Kim. Settle down. But since then, the floodgates have opened. So watch that putt. Captain at Sunningdale. Turned pro and tasted instant success.
Something Lottie Woad knows all about too.
Meanwhile, Austin Kim, 9 under, 1 back, and that's it.
Mooney, known as Lily by many.
Nope. Okay.
Well, who's the nearest challengers? Well, Austin Kim, who's 3 back. And on the outside looking in of weekend tea time. $15 foot away. It's in. It was never anywhere else.
Human One nestling into this putt. It is for birdie and to move to 5 under par.
It's a little hole-in-one prize if you can find it. The renewal oceanfront suite at the Westin for 5 nights.
Yeah, how was your stay there last time?
Not cheap.
Yeah, it's a stunning hotel. Not going to be hole-in-one, but 2 great shots there.
Well, it means she's going to have to split the difference between the flag and the TV tower, and kind of try and chase it almost through to that back edge, the second half of this green where the flag is today. Yeah, just like that. Clever work. I'm about 10 feet right. And hope it drifts down into that back left bowl. Seem to be taking pretty much dead aim.
Getting some spin. Oh, getting some members release as well. That is
Par 5, so we go up a couple to the par 3 and down the slippery dip for Huang. Here, everything releases in this section towards the back edge. The birdie there, same to Ailin Kim. Go to 16 for Rhodes. For a 2. Yes.
Well, this is going to be difficult now for Ray Shinlio. All about where she's going to land this.
And about contact in this rough.
Trying to take the slope out of it completely. What a magical shot. As she has done over the years, foot away, leaving the flagstick in. And the ball is gobbled up.
Back to 15, Bailey Tardy down the hill. Little double breaker, should break right at the end.
Oh, that's a lot of golf. Finished 4th in the race to the CME Globe. Japanese players do play a lot of golf.
It's for birdie.
Lovely and good, and a great student to be around and friend. Good par, sensational up and down then from Ray Shinlio.
No, not at all, but you just gotta watch the spin with that flag cut on the upper plateau. Not a breath of wind for the ladies right now. Oh, Lindy. Fair play to her. She didn't have much time to work out the numbers after our little walk and talk, but should be just a little sawed-off sand wedge here, Ken, trying to control the spin. Gotta pitch it on that top step.
She's done that, Tim. An exquisite shot.
See one, play one, pretty much identical yardage, maybe just a touch of help in the air.
Desperate for at least one birdie in the next 3 holes. The last 3 holes, perhaps. Tale of 2 halves, uphill then downhill over that little slope it's just traversed.
It's good.
Like Ronnie Yin says, I'm an extrovert on the course, introvert off. You know, everyone's got their own way about going about things. So we go to 17, Huang. Ooh, this could be handy.
Clever play. Think about other players as well. Had a lot of personality.
To 15, Chang.
Delicate shot. Love the way she slides the club under the ball.
That's why she could open her stance and it started bang on line. It was beautifully done.
Easy follow through there from Mayaka, foot away with a good result.
Hot ride in for Ayaka Foodaway. This for birdie for Lindy Duncan. She didn't break on it. That's surprising. She only made the 1 birdie. She's a much better player than that. To mimirhodes. Between a rock and a hard place. Oh, that is insanely good from where she was.
Immensely talented. Now this is going to take some serious skill as well. We saw it in the previous hole with Ray Shinlio. Look at where she's aiming. No green to work with. A full swing.
I'd love to change that in the last 3 holes, wouldn't they? This for a birdie for Huang at 17, which she finds. She's not out of this yet.
Best defence this golf course has is the breeze, which is picking up as we reach the closing stages on Friday afternoon. This for birdie now for Bailey.
Double breaker. Move off the slope at the start and then bend back right about now.
In the hole.
Well, as she has done so often. This is a tittle of a putt for birdie, leaving the flagstick in, and that one is buried into the hole 4 foot away. Misses a few putts, then just finds a couple.
To be fair, I think she hopes for the storms, given her game in the wind. That is going to be pretty painful for Ray Shinlio. She knows. She's just dodged some of the punches that John Lake can throw at you so quickly. Can Takeda Do the same here back on 16. That started straight right. Go to 16, Shang.
Yeah, just got to make sure you pull the right club here with this crosswind. Feels like it's hurting more than it's helping.
Giddy up.
Right over to Lindy Duncan from the front tier of 3 at 16. Through the middle plateau, down the hill.
Well, let's go back to the undulating green, of which they all are. But this is the 16th, and it's Wei Wei Jiang for birdie to get to 7 under.
That was actually a great putt. Up to 17. Ridge just on the left edge of the TV tower. Kind of aiming at blue if you're Bailey Tardy from this angle. But that wasn't in the plan.
You know that her fan base is going to grow this year for sure. Back in the States, this would be a very good birdie. How about the swing on this putt?
Which one?
It's going to break a shot. There it goes. Will it come back? Straightens up at the end.
Be firm. Don't do that. A couple of times today. Did that back at the 11th as well. And brutal low. It is a bogey for her. Up to 17 to Takeda.
Got to get it on the right section. It's a narrow target and all stay there. And Takeda's done just that. Now, Yumin Huang, the final hole. Can she finish with a birdie and stiff this wedge on 18?
Reishin Liu has to be the next 2 holes. Here she is at 17. All right, the second part of the tail for Bailey Tardy. It's for par coming back from position X. It's going to be a square.
This is for birdie, and it's a must-make now for Reishin Liu. The cut at the moment is at 3 over par. She needs to find 2 birdies. And there's one of them. So fighting spirit from the Chinese player. Battling to stay alive.
Well, otherwise she will have to wait and see.
Out of her hands.
Feet-away putting from short of the green there. And with that, she's lying 4th at the moment.
Yeah.
After that finish, back to 17. Takeda for birdie. Three wins there. What a bright future she has. I think we'll enjoy it just as much as she does. Has to keep that low, thread it just to the right. Wei Wei Jiang. The palm trunk there, that should take the slope, but it might do it a touch too quickly. We'll see. No, it's going to be fine. And, back on the tee. All is okay.
Great wedge in from Wang to get to 6 under par at the halfway mark. No problems. And that's a good way to finish for Wang. I mean, it was a wonderful first round of 66. Came back and still very much a contender.
Back to 17, Lindy Duncan. here. Dodged the divots, of which there are many. Yeah, I like that. Got onto her left side much.
A par putt for Mimi. And that's well negotiated for the Englishwoman. It was a better Friday. It was a disappointing Thursday. But Mimi is through to Saturday and Sunday's play. She's got game, that's for sure.
So does Austin Kim. Here she is at 17.
Settle down, stay there. Stay there.
Oh, this is what I was talking about. That is a great shot. Go down the last, Takeda, her third.
Yeah, it's a poor line, this right rough, and the breeze is helping it off the right.
Now, it looked as though it might have gone in the water. We'll see. Back to 17, Zhang for birdie. Moves off her right. Right in the heart.
Go way.
That's some fight. Mary Leo for her par here at 16. That just dives on her.
Yeah, I believe Rio Takeda's ball is in the penalty area. It was a horrible golf shot now. Good angle. Right edge of the fairway. Will be able to generate spin. She's got 106.
Got to work it off the slope. Ray Shin has done that, but that needs to go in.
17, Lindy Duncan. Beautiful second to here. Did you find one? Gosh, it's been that kind of day.
Avenue between the bunker and the left rough to be able to just nudge one short and have it scamper on should she choose. Or she could try and take it a little higher, try and land it soft, just a yard or two on the green. Oh, she's gone for option A. Oh, a bit unlucky, grabbed, but she'll have a look.
Certainly will, Tim. That is not a bad result there for Bailey.
Insurance policy was used past it. Here it comes.
2-3 steps, but still a reasonable opportunity. We felt, looking at the whole locations today, that cut was going to be 4, but that breeze that we thought was going to be there just never materialized. Again, you think 4 should be safe, but you don't ever want doubt.
It's online. Broke after the hole. It was a good attempt from Ray Shin. She had to go for it.
Nicely today, and she'd love to end her round with a good birdie here. Played the smart shot coming out of that rough. She's putting from underneath the hole. Minimal break.
Well, for Rio, this has been a day of ups and downs. The favourite, the defending champion, one of the favourites certainly this week. She is through to the weekend.
Work on the putting green. She had a couple that started right. That one started a touch left on her. So just try and straighten that out for tomorrow. Now this might still be for the weekend. This has to drop for Leo. Now it is wait and see.
Limping home, 77. So frustrating there for Ray Shin Leo, but her dad, David, he will wait, as Ali said.
Yeah, all the way into the top 10, courtesy of a round of 71, including that ace today.
Well, it's all to play for at the weekend. Rio Takeda, her job is done, but we hope you've enjoyed the action. But from myself, Kate Burton, Ali Whittaker, Tim Lowe and Trish Johnson, we look forward to you joining us tomorrow.